Chris Stevenson here with another 5 and 5. Today I'm here with Aaron Garcia, and we're going to talk about, normally we talk about what you do during a workout, but we're going to talk about some stuff that you can do before and after workouts to improve your efficiency, make sure you stay healthy, make sure you're getting the biggest bang for your buck when you're actually doing the workout. Aaron, I know that sleep is a very important component, something that people overlook a lot of times. Why is it so important that if you're actively working out on a regular basis, you get enough sleep?
Well, I mean, especially for people that work out very actively, 3 days a week, up to 5 days a week of training, what we're doing in the gym is we're kind of damaging our muscle fibers a little bit. During our sleep, we have a chance for our muscles to repair themselves, use the proteins that we have provided for our bodies, and get some rest in order to kind of recover and then be able to perform the next day. And if we don't, then we're going to have some lactic acid, we're going to have some scar tissue, and we're not going to be able to have a fully repaired muscle to kind of take over for our workout.
All right, makes sense to me. So, sleep more, people. It's okay. All right, so question number 2. What do you do to get ready to work out? What is the best way to warm up? You know, you hear all kind of different things. How do you really make sure you get warmed up for a workout?
Okay, well, you know, the first thing that I like to teach is a little bit of like a foam rolling process, and the foam roller will open up some ranges of motion in some muscles that kind of have some locked up issues or maybe some tightness. Right after that, I like to shock the nervous system with a little bit of like a cardio or something that kind of gets the heart rate going for about 3 to 5 minutes. After that 3 to 5 minutes, you get that blood flow, you get that kind of that nervous feeling in your hands, maybe a little tingling. That's that body shock that you want to get. And then we go straight into an active dynamic stretch. That's a stretch with movement. Our stretches only last for maximum 4 seconds, and we want to get as many motions or ranges of motion as possible in order to kind of go transition into our full heavy workload workout.
All right, fantastic. All right, so question number 3, you mentioned foam rollers before. You go to a gym and you see rows and rows of foam rollers. Every place has got them. What are they and what do you use them for?
Okay, a foam roller, I would like to consider kind of a foam roller being like a one-man kind of massage therapy partner. Foam roller is very underutilized, but it has a lot of benefit. Before a workout, we can use it to remove some lactic acid, especially in like the high glutes or the lower back area. We can open up some of our muscle groups and our range of motion so we can actually use those muscles in the workout. Now, after a workout, or maybe for some kind of like a massage therapy, we want to use the foam roller for our muscle spasms. If you ever have a spasm or like a cramp, what feels like a cramped muscle or a tight muscle, we can kind of sit on that foam roller, take our time on it, and use it as like a deep tissue massage by manipulating our body onto it, our body weight actually, you know, placing that spasm muscle right on that roller until we can kind of, massage it out and get that muscle to release, and then we don't have to spend, 3 or 4 days recovering from the muscle spasm.
All right, sounds good. Question number 4. Post-workout, how do you start your recovery? Do you stretch? What do you do?
Okay, now post-workout, we're talking like after we did our resistance training. Okay, we always want to follow up our workout with a little bit of a cool down to help kind of let the heart rate slow. We don't want any pooled blood in our muscles to kind of sit around and develop some kind of lactic acid or any kind of tissue or any kind of toxins from that. So we want to get a nice cool down, maybe on a treadmill, maybe go for a nice little walk or a jog. And then after that, we always finish with a long stretch. Okay, now our stretch after a workout is different from before because we want to stretch out our muscles into their elongated and relaxed position. When they're relaxed, that's when we can get our proteins back into our muscle fibers and we can start to heal up. If we leave the gym with a muscle spasm or a tight muscle, we can't start to heal until that muscle relaxes, and usually a lot of times it doesn't get to relax, and we actually have to come to the gym the next day with a tightened muscle or spasm muscle back to the foam roller, and then the process continues.
Right, gotcha, that makes sense to me. All right, last question. So we get into workout programs, we work hard, we're aggro, and we want to work out every day, and we feel super guilty sometimes when we actually take a day to rest. Tell everybody why it's so essential that you have rest days where you don't do anything.
Okay, so a rest day, depending on your workout program, could be different. It could be a couple days off in a row, could be 1 day off in between your workout sessions. But what we want to do is we want to be able to train and work out with soft muscle tissue. If we're trying to work out day after day after day and our muscles are spasmed and we have our hard tissue and we have some lactic acid, we have some scar tissue building, we're not going to make any gains. We're not going to gain strength. Okay, we have to be able to extend our muscles, we have to be able to contract our muscles. Now, that day off, one, it helps our muscles to repair. We have to be able to have them repair. We cannot continue to work on a muscle that's trying to repair itself. That's how we're going to get hurt. And two, for our hardcore athletes, I always like to say, if you feel like you're going to come in and you're not going to be able to give 80 to 100% on your strength training day, it's better to take that day off where you feel like you're 60. Instead of pushing 2 days at 65%, let's give a day off and 1 day at 100%. Let's make some gains.
Right, that makes sense to me. So people don't feel guilty when you're taking a rest day, and if you're not, you're actually, it sounds like you're hindering your progress by not taking rest days.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Aaron, this was awesome information. So you see, guys, it's just as important what you do when you're not actually physically working out. It's the recovery, it's the stretching, it's the warm-ups, it's the cool-downs, in order to really be effective when you're actually in the moment doing that hardcore work. So great information. Until next time, until the next 5 and 5, remember, fitness is a choice.